From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. Well, as winter storms have plagued other parts of the country since the start of the year, most of the West has experienced a notably subdued pattern in recent weeks. Parts of the East had one of their most active winters in roughly 5 years, while out West, not so much. Now, this imbalance is evident at ski resorts across the country, with snowpack in New England resorts near 130% of normal, while many California resorts remain below 40% of average. A northward bend in the jet stream has ushered in moderate temperatures and generally dry air masses into California, Arizona, Nevada, and surrounding states over the last month or so. Storm activity has proved to be lacking under that setup. California cities such as San Francisco, Redding, Fresno, and LA have recorded temperature departures between 2 and 4 degrees above historical averages since the start of the year. For many locations, rainfall totals since January 1st are running behind, ranging between 30 to 55% of their typical norm by this point in the year. AccuWeather's Kai Kirkow said that a high-pressure system has been parked over California for the last month. This has kept rain and snow primarily over the Pacific Northwest and British Columbia from much of January through the beginning of February, while California remained warm and dry. Forecasters noted that a gradual shift in the large-scale weather pattern over the coming weeks will signal the arrival of chillier air and waves of rain and mountain snow. Given the dry pattern recently, any precipitation can be a welcome change for most locations, particularly the ski resorts in need of snow. This weather pattern will begin to change starting today as the high pressure begins to weaken, allowing for a more active pattern as we move into the middle of the month. This weather pattern has already started to change a little bit as the high pressure began to weaken, allowing for a more active pattern as we move into the middle of the month. This change in the pattern will be beneficial for California's snowpack and reservoirs, as the snowpack is running well below average across most of the state. As a storm advances inland Monday night, periods of rain and mountain snow will impact a wider swath than observed over the weekend, including some big cities and heavily traveled roadways. Across the Sierra Nevada, accumulating snow is expected early this week due to cooler conditions sweeping into the region. Snow levels are projected to decline rapidly Tuesday into Tuesday night, with high temperatures barely reaching above the freezing mark at Donner Pass on Tuesday. AccuWeather's Alex De Silva said that any travelers along Interstate 80 in the mountainous terrain may need to exercise some caution on Tuesday, especially through Donner Pass. Snow levels are expected to decline, allowing for several inches of accumulation that could result in dangerous driving conditions. Early to midweek, wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour along portions of I-80 could create some hazardous travel conditions as well. High-profile vehicles may struggle at times, and when combined with snow, the strong winds can rapidly reduce visibility due to blowing snow. While the pattern may let up in California later on in the week, additional opportunities for storms will arise by this weekend and into late February. Turning our focus skyward now, the first major planetary alignment of the year will take place in a few days when 6 planets line up with the moon in the evening sky. On Saturday, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune will be above the horizon at the same time shortly after sunset. A nearly full moon will also be part of the scene. I know, but there's a catch, always seems to be, right? Not everyone is going to be able to spot all 6 planets. Some planets will sit very low near the horizon, and 2 are, too dim to see without a telescope. Jupiter will be the easiest planet to spot. It will shine bright high in the southern sky, not too far from the moon. Lower in the western sky, several planets will be bunched close to the horizon. Saturn may be the easiest of that group to pick out because it will sit higher than the others. Venus and Mercury will appear close together, but they may be difficult to see once the sky gets fully dark. The best viewing window for that western group will be about 45 minutes after sunset before they sink too low. Uranus and Neptune are too dim to see with the unaided eye, so binoculars or a telescope really will be needed to find them. The alignment will remain a feature of the evening sky into the first nights of March, though Mercury will quickly drop out as it swings closer to the Sun from Earth's perspective. That's all for now. You can find more regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com. And for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. I'll be back tomorrow with more from AccuWeather.